And we're on. Two questions. Well, actually, two things I put today with question marks. Not really sure if those are questions. But number one was, are you confident or are you just stupid? Number two was, what has two thumbs and is teaching hypnosis at the UCLA School of Dentistry this weekend? Well, you just saw one. You saw the other. So, hey, spoiler alert. This guy. I'm going to be at UCLA this weekend. Once a year, me and a gentleman named Don Goodman, who's another hypnotherapist as well as a psychotherapist, teach hypnotic techniques Saturday and Sunday to the dentists. And it is always a hoot for me to hear all the same questions from very intelligent people that I've been hearing for 20 years about hypnosis. Can you get locked into it? Are you mind controlled? All the crazy stuff. No, no, and no. In fact, one day I'll do a video on stupid questions people ask me about hypnosis. But that means tomorrow and the next day, I'm going to do confidence tips, but I'm going to do it from the School of Dentistry. So if you have a dental phobia, you are not going to want to tune in tomorrow because I'm going to be with a lot of dentists in a dental spot with about 200 dental chairs. You're going to love that part of it. And maybe a big jar full of teeth if I can find that. Are you confident or are you just stupid? That's the question for today. See, here's the thing. I had a question asked of me yesterday. I did a talk for a financial group, and somebody came up afterwards and said, I'm an investor in stocks. And she said, I'm really confident. I'm totally confident. And she said, but I'm interested in what you do about confidence. Like, what do you do if somebody is confident, but they don't have the skill? What do you do if somebody's confident, but they can't really do what they're confident they can do? And I said, well, I gently kind of guide them towards maybe getting the skill, because there's a difference between confidence and stupid. If you want to know the difference between confident and stupid, talk to a teenager, because a teenager will sometimes be what they think is confident, but stupid. In my case, I was confident that I could drive a car backwards down a hill at 30 miles an hour, right up until I couldn't. And man, was there some explaining to do after that. I was confident in a lot of things when I was a teenager, and then I learned maybe those things I shouldn't have been confident in. So they really make a difference here. When I say confidence, the belief in yourself or the belief that you can accomplish something, you got to also back that up with research, with practice, with doing it. But without the confidence, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to be one of those people leading quiet lives of desperation, never trying anything, never taking a chance. And there's different levels of confidence, and there's different levels of stupid, and it kind of all balances out. Confidence is a calculated risk. There are no sure things in life. I knew a kid who was confident. He was not stupid. His name was Johnny Strange. He had done a million really cool things in his young life. He had, before he was 18, I think, climbed every major mountain peak. And he was a parachutist and a paraglider. And he was very young when I talked to him. And he loved doing the paragliding, that thing where you're zipping down, taking a 200-mile-per-hour trip right over the ground. In that wingsuit thing, that's what it's called. And he was going to do a new one because he's always trying to push himself. And he said, the next thing I'm going to do is I want to touch the mountain while I'm going 200 miles an hour, going like that. And I was with my son talking to him in a group that I go to. And, I said, aren't you scared? He said, no, I take calculated risks. I've been doing this a long time. And I feel more confident when I'm doing this than when I'm driving a car, because when I'm driving a car, it's really what's happening with the other person. Well, long story short and sad to say, Johnny died. I mean, paragliding, the wing stuff is dangerous, and trying to touch a mountain is really dangerous. But he could have pulled it off because he was that kind of adventure guy. So I don't know if that was stupid. It was confident, and it was the way he wanted to live his life. Not the way I would, though. But you got to take some chances. I mean, you don't got to jump out of trying to touch things. But you do have to take some chances. So there are things in your life that you're not taking chances on. Things that you feel like it's like jumping off a mountaintop. It's like doing that. It's not. It really isn't. Here's the thing. People will tell me, I did this little thing, and they'll come in and they'll say, this, and I'll say, that's a huge victory. I'll get all excited for my clients. And they'll just make it small, and it's little, and it's this. But to them, it's more scary than doing a wingsuit was to Johnny, because that he knew how to do. He knew calculated risks and knew all that stuff. For somebody who's not confident that they can get in front of an audience and talk, getting in front of 5, 6 people and talking, that's like facing death. So, confidence is not the same as base stupidity. If you want to know what stupid is, talk to a teenager. If you want to be confident, believe in yourself. Believe you can do something. But then back it up with doing the research, moving it forward. Taking action is a big one. You can be as confident as you want when you're sitting in the chair. But get up and do it. That's when real confidence happens. So kind of wanted to dedicate this one, I guess, to Johnny Strange, because he was a really cool kid. And only knew him a little bit, but he had a huge impact on my son and me when I talked to him. And really, really sorry that didn't work out for him. But when I say the difference between confidence and stupid, I think of Johnny. I think confident. He had a plan. He had the knowledge. He had practiced it. He had done it. He took a chance. And unfortunately, that chance didn't work out for him. That's very different than me saying, hey, put the suit on me. I'm just going to jump and see if I can touch the mountain. See, that would be stupid. So when I do confidence stuff with people, please understand, this isn't about making you bulletproof. This isn't about pumping you up like a rooster. This is about giving you the understanding that if you do the work, you're capable of getting the results, that you are worthwhile in getting the results. So be confident. Don't be stupid. As always, peace out. Tomorrow I'll be at UCLA doing a live one of these, and Sunday probably too if I'm not too tired. Thank you for everyone who liked all these videos, because that's why I'm doing it again. I wanted to know if people liked them and got something out of them. Oh, final thing. I had a friend ask me recently, Ken, those videos are great. Do you have any more of them? I said, how many have you watched? He said, 1. I said, which one was it? He said, it was number 5. I said, don't you think there's a good chance I have at least 4 more other ones? So if you haven't watched the other ones, for God's sakes, feel free. Go back. Share them if you like them. If they help you, that's great. Kind of meandered today, but, sometimes I do that. As always, peace out. And for those of you who see me on stage, bam!